With Ghostbusters Afterlife just coming out in most parts of the world, it seems only fitting we take a look at the original Ghostbusters, the computer game, by David Crane. Coming out in 1984, the same year as the Ghostbusters movie, was the first version, which debuted on the Commodore 64. And for the time, it was quite impressive in looks and sound. It even has digitized speech. The aim of the game isn't to save the city from ghosts, but to make money. I guess David Crane didn't see the movie or just had no idea what he was doing. Even when the city is taken over by ghosts, it doesn't matter. As long as you have enough money, you can reach the end of the game. If you don't have enough money, well, it's game over. The main game goes like this. First you need to buy a car, then stock it full of goodies. Next travel around a map of New York, I guess it is since that's the city featured in the movie, looking for blocks being attacked by ghosts. You'll know when you find one because they turn red. To reach the apartment, you hop into your oversized car and maybe capture a ghost or two. Once at the site, you get to drop your trap, then set up your Ghostbusters in a fashion that will guide the ghost towards the trap, allowing you to capture it. Be careful not to cross the streams though. The game ends once the ghost PK energy reaches 9,999. As long as you have enough cash, you'll be able to take on the Marshmallow Man. Well, I say take him on, you basically just need to get 2 of your 3 Ghostbusters, I thought there were 4 Ghostbusters, into the building he is guarding. Do that and the game automatically ends as your Ghostbusters destroy Gozer. So yeah, not much to the game really, but it was kind of entertaining in the day. Next up is the ZX Spectrum port. This is the exact same game as the Commodore 64 version, but now looks a little more rough, due to its more basic looks. On the plus side though, the speech is still here and just as impressive. The Amstrad CPC port is pretty bad. For the start, the Ghostbusters logo is missing from the title screen. What's that all about? The speech is really distorted. The game draws in everything including Ecto 1. You are constantly told you've crossed the streams even though your 2 Ghostbusters aren't even close to one another. And the game is just slow. Not a nice port of an already average game. Ghostbusters was very popular, so even lesser known systems for games, such as the Apple II, received the port. On the plus side, this version features a more defined 3-lane road, And I guess not having to listen to Ray Parker Jr.'s Ghostbuster theme over and over is also a plus point. The game looks nice for the system and plays okay. I did find it much harder to capture ghosts in this port though. With this game being released in the mid-80s, there was no way Atari would want to be left out, so they also got a port to their 8-bit line of computers. Just like all the others before it, this is basically the same game, but missing some speech and featuring graphics suitable for the hardware. We have the MSX port next. Now with this being a half Japanese system, maybe we'll get a Japanese port, but sadly not. We got the same old version we've seen time and time again. This is basically the ZX Spectrum port, but with more colour and no speech. Can you believe the Atari 2600 also got a port? Amazing, isn't it? And what's even more amazing is that this is more fun to play than all of the home micro ports. Yeah, it is cut down, but everything is just so much smoother. Even the Ghostbusters theme is rendered better than some other versions. Bits made this NES port and it sucks. They've completely removed the car selection and item pickup at the beginning of the game. Now you have to travel to the bloody shop, but doing that causes you to lose fuel. This means you spend more time either pushing your car or having to go back and forth to the petrol station, while in the meantime the city is being overrun by ghosts. The other cars on the road are also a pain in the arse. Touching any of them make you lose money. And get this, the staircase level in this version of the game is next to impossible. Not that you'll ever want to get that far into the game thanks to the sloppy gameplay and dull graphics. Best avoid this one. finish off with what is easily the best version, and the reason why is simple. This was developed by Compile. Yes, a Japanese developed version which takes the original computer game and revamps it. This Master System game is very colourful, with graphics that blow away any other port of Ghostbusters. There's a lot of new details too. The Keymaster and Gatekeeper are now actually sprites of Louis Tully and Dana Barrett, rather than a lame key and lock. They also serve a purpose by stealing your money if you spend too much time by them. This port also features the stage that has you walking up to the top of Dana Barrett's apartment building, but unlike the Famicom version, this time it's not a frustrating mess. Which means many more people will get to take on Gozer at the end of the game. This is by easily the definitive port of the original 8-bit Ghostbusters by far. Let's take a look at all those versions of Ghostbusters the video game running side by side.